Carl, start with last week. A bit of a surprising loss up at Workington by such a big margin. What were your thoughts on the game?
Oh, really disappointed. We give the players every opportunity, and we prepared well. We did everything right. We took them up the day before, and at 8-6 you'd think, well, here we go, we're not going to be fatigued from the bus journey, and thought they would go all right, because Workington had, I think, 4 or 5 sets on our line in that first half, couldn't score, and I thought we're looking okay here. But listen, just simple individual errors, I think, is costing us, and it's been costing us for a while. So, giving penalties away on the 5th tackle, and they are penalties. Losing the ball on play 1 and 2. The thing with our team, I think, they love to defend. People say, well, do they? We've got 30 points put on us, but the amount of possession we give up, yeah, the answer is they do. And the thing is that here at Donny, we're a very, very close-knit team, and if we have a fracture in that, then we'll be in trouble. But the boys have had a good talk. I've spoke to a few of the players. I've spoke to the coaching staff, and we need to stay tight, stay strong, and work hard. It's down to hard work, and for the last 5 or 6 years, we've built a culture up here at Doncaster, and you can ask any club, regardless of the result, when they play Doncaster, they know they've had a game. We need to get back to that. We need to, regardless of the result, as long as they give everything to the last minute, last second, then we can live with that. Last week was maybe a question mark for the first time, for a very, very long time, that did we give our all till the end? Only the players know that. The players I've spoke to this week, they know where they're at, what they have to do, and listen, I've got every faith in our team here. We have got a good team. Let's make no mistake about that. We've got a very, very good team. I back them to the hilt. I believe they're strong characters. I believe they can come out of this little slump they're in. But hey, we've lost 3 games, 3 league games. That's forget the friendlies. The friendlies are what they are. We've lost 3 league games. Real tough game this week. But 2013 we lost 9 out of 11. We only won 2 games in the first 11 games. So there's no need to hit the panic button just yet. The boys will get stuck in. The boys will have a go. The boys will work hard, and I believe they will. I believe they'll turn this around. We always knew it was going to be a real tough start. You could argue that from the first 4 games, were we going to get a win? We all probably would have thought maybe Workington, But as it's turned out, we had an opportunity to beat London, and we had an opportunity to beat Featherstone, and we can't say the same against Workington, because they put us to the sword. So that's rugby league, We've teams in the Super League who finished in the same position as us last year. They haven't won yet, but I don't see them in panic mode or screaming or shouting. But the other week I says after 2 or 3 games, teams are twitching, and we're not twitching just yet. We know what we've got to do. I've got every faith in our coach. He knows what he's doing, and the coaching staff know what they're doing. And like I say, I've got every faith in our players. We've got a great group of players here, and I won't shy away from that. And I believe in them, and I'll back them to the hilt.
Moving on to this week, before the match against Leigh, there's going to be minutes of applause held in memory of Ella. Can you just elaborate on that a bit more, please? Yeah,
Ella Smith is the young girl who she just turned 11 from Bentley and got knocked over by a car the other week and tragically lost her life. So as it turned out, they're real big Dons fans. A lot of my friends won't know that it was, as it's been in the press, Tony Downey, and Ella was his granddaughter. Well, we all know Tony as Mush, who was the landlord at the Drum in Bentley for many years. So, you know, a lot of the boys a lot of the people in Bentley will know now who I mean when I say Mush, because a lot of us didn't know his name was Tony Downey. But myself, Paul Cook, and the chaplain Dave Miller have been around to visit the family, and we were going to have a minute's silence. She was a season ticket holder. She had her shirt hung up in her room and couldn't wait for the game against Featherstone. So we've took the shirt, and the players have signed it. They'll present it to Vicky Smith, the mother, and Tony before the game on the field. They didn't want a minute's silence because she couldn't keep quiet for 10 seconds, never alone a minute. So we've decided to honour their wish and ask for a minute's applause instead. So, you know, tragic, and this really puts things into perspective. We're playing a game of rugby here. You know, that family's lost their daughter, so, you know, really, really upsetting, and it was hard going around, but they're staying strong. They're staying strong, and we're right behind them. So, you know, we're going to welcome them all here on Sunday, and we'll show our respects to young Ella on Sunday.
Going on to the game, it's definitely going to be a tough prospect against Leigh. They come into the match having won their first 3 matches, including wins over London and Bradford. What are you expecting?
Oh, tough. Leigh were the best team in this league by a street last year. Probably done us no favours by being the only team to beat them last year. Knowing Paul Rowley, he will use that in his team talk, and if that wasn't the case, we might have got stuck into them and caught them on the hop. But we're gonna give them everything. We're gonna go at them, and Paul knows what sort of a team we are anyway. And I speak to him regular, and you know, he thinks I'm kidding him all the time and all this sort of stuff and playing games, but I'm not. And you know, fantastic side they are, and what a way for us to get back on the horses. You know, against Leigh, we need to really get stuck into them from the start, and these are the games when our boys were not a problem. You know, when you play Bradford and Leigh and Featherstone and Sheffield and Halifax, our boys will play. They play. It's is that a mental thing? I don't know, but you know, they'll get stuck into Leigh on the weekend, and you know, Leigh's travelling in the right direction and real good club, and we wish them all the best. They've had a good start, but at the end of the day, this is a real tough league, and if you don't turn up with the right frame of mind, either side, anyone, you'll get beat. And then, so we need to turn up ready to play and get stuck into them. And you know, obviously the double headers there. You know, I must applaud all the backroom staff within the organisation, because there was hardly any problems after round 1 with the double header, which, you know, everyone who organised it and the stewards and everything like that, they went applauding, and that's come from Sheffield Eagles as well. They thought it all worked well. We all thought there'd be a bit of an uproar when they have to leave at the end and try and work out who's trying to stay in and who's not staying in and who should be in, but it was fine. So that'll only get better, and we were real happy with the turnout as well for both games. So we're looking for a bumper crowd this week, and we just want everyone to get down and just get behind the boys, because I'm pretty sure they'll give their all this week.